Stray. It's a cute cat game in a dilapidated post-apocalyptic walled-off city, complete with robots that you can nudge your cat head against, and loads of precariously placed objects on ledges for you to knock off and break. It's well designed, it's got beautiful graphics, it's got beautiful sound, and you're confronted by vistas at every leap. There's lots of opportunities just for you to be a cat, to go knock shit off, scratch surfaces, and just take a cat nap. You're encouraged to interact with every spot, which eventually leads to becoming integral to the gameplay. There's lots of subtle exploration that links plot progression, little nooks and crannies, and hidden collectibles that expand your knowledge of the place that you're in. Most importantly, though, they aren't forced down your throat like in other games. I'm thinking of the thousands of audio logs and encyclopedias that get attached to other games. There's actually one that springs to mind when you can distract these two guys who are chucking paint buckets across the rooftops, and if you meow at the right time, they drop one onto the floor. A little robot neighbor comes out, shaking his fist into the sky, saying, "Not again." And this actually gives you access to their home, which means you can get an item from this place, which will allow you to progress the main storyline. Overall, the experience is wonderful, yeah, as a cat lover, but it's also an excellent palate cleanser from the boring AAA titles that are out there in the fucking gacha mobile games. Looking at you, Diablo Immortal. Even if you're a hardcore FPS player or you just play strategy games or whatever, it's really nice just to sit back and not feel forced to execute everything to a perfect degree. You do play as the traditional voiceless character. Your AI buddy does most of the talking, which does bring me to my next point. As the game is about being a cat, the gameplay does consist of easy platforming, stealth sequences that are forced with a million hiding spots in them, escort quests, and on-rails running sections with minimal options in ways to attack said sections. If I think back to some of those AAA shit titles I was thinking of, the Assassin's Creed with the overbloated worlds with lots of useless collectibles and shit escort quests, that kind of stuff, I'm shocked to actually find myself enjoying some of these sections, mainly because I am just a cat that's mainly defenseless, and I'm so engrossed with the world itself that I give it a pass, even though these examples of gameplay are some of the ones that I steer clear from in my everyday gaming life. The shortness of the game, thankfully, is perfect, as the limitations of what you can do as a cat do restrict you to what you could do in a type of a game. It's a good example of one thing being done very well, instead of lots of different gameplay elements being executed to the bare minimal. And thank God there was no crafting system or useless collectibles, as there is minimal directions to this game. Combine that with the fact that there's no HUD, a crafting system and random collectibles would have ruined the experience and made you have to actually feel like it was a task to go and explore those little hidden nooks and crannies, which I was saying earlier is actually a positive for the game. When I first saw this game, it actually was the one that got me most excited this year, which sounds quite funny. It was just, I just saw a cat running around in a place and I thought, my god, I can't wait to play it. I was even more excited when I found out that it was made by Annapurna Interactive, because those were the guys that also made Outer Wilds a couple of years ago, which is also a fantastic game. It was... My cat's going nuts in the background, classic. It was a fantastic game that had, once again, like minimal story progression that you had to just kind of figure out by yourself. That this one, Stray, is a little bit more on rails, which works for me. I really enjoyed it. I can't pick out many negatives, honestly. I just think for what is effectively a 5-hour game, it was worth every minute. And I think that's all I have left to say. So thank you very much. We made it to the end. Congratulations. I'll leave just this lovely cinematic pan out to the rest of the sky of my cat just having a little nap, and I'll do another one soon. Thank you very much.